Okay, hi. This is a basic Pilates mat workout that you could do daily. It's a really good maintenance routine, something just to activate and keep your body awake and alive. This is an easy routine. You can do it anywhere. All you need is a floor. And if you have a medium band resistance loop for your legs and a stretchy TheraBand, this is also about a medium to heavy band, then great, but you can do this routine without. So we're going to start centered on our mats, and we're going to start with breathing. We'll go ahead and put this on above the knees just to be ready for the glute bridges. So the first thing I want you to do, and this is important, so when you do this routine, it's probably best to do it without TV, I know that's hard, or music, so that you can completely focus fully on what you're doing. The brain-body connection is going to make this workout a lot more effective and efficient, and it's going to make you feel better and more in your body when you do it. So just try to clear everything, noise, etc. from the room. Take a few breaths just to slow down your breathing. Try to inhale through your nose, filling up your side ribs, your front, and your back ribs like a big balloon. And then when you exhale, just focus on kind of melting the spine and the back ribs down, breathing through the back of your mouth. Try to lengthen your hands down, your arms down the mat, getting your shoulders down away from your ears, and then thinking about lengthening the back of your neck so that your spine is nice and long. You're going to take about 5 of those nice, full, refreshing breaths, trying to fill all the way up. And then as you exhale, getting a little deeper towards your spine with your abdominals. We call this abdominal setting. Trying to pull the abs down along the spine all the way down past and lower than the belly button. You should feel your spine getting kind of heavy into the mat. No tension though in your spine, just nice and relaxed. On your last breath, completely set those abs down. So think about the belly button pulling down towards the floor, tipping the pelvis or the tailbone this direction towards your nose, and then make sure your feet are parallel wide and close in towards your hips. From here, you're going to take a deep breath in. You're going to tuck the tailbone, squeeze the glutes, and then think about lifting your hips up with your glutes. So the glutes press up, this lifts you, and it pulls you down towards your heels or towards the ends of your mat. Then from here, you're going to push those knees open 5 times. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it open, take a breath, and then lengthen your spine by rolling one bone at a time down, tucking your tailbone as you go, so you get a nice long spine, and then relax down. You're going to do that 5 times. Press through the heels, tuck the tail, scoop the abs, and then pull your hips up with your glutes, pulling down towards the direction of the end of your mat. Take a breath. As you press out 5 times through the knees, you should feel this on the outsides of your glute. Take a breath and start to roll down, pulling the abs down along the spine to get your abs engaged. Again, tuck, press the hips up, hold it there. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take a breath and roll it down, lengthening your lower back down towards your hips. 2 more, tuck, press it up. Oliver's doing his stretches. 4, 3, 2, 1, roll it down. And the last one, drive the hips up. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and roll it down. From here, we're going to do 10 quick hip thrusts, okay? So try to keep your spine rigid on these and push the knees apart outside towards the outsides of your mat. So you're driving up. 10, 9, 8, 7 with the tail tucked. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Roll down and relax. From here, we're going to turn to the side. We're going to do clamshells. So just going to rest on your bicep. See if you can find this little mouse hole and stick your hand underneath the lower side body to keep your abs engaged throughout this exercise. Keep your knees to the front and line up your heels with your hips. Okay, from here, you're going to open, pushing through the kneecap, so lengthening out that femur and opening. You're holding that, and as you hold, you're pulsing up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then rest. And again, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Try to keep this all tight and scooped. 3 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5, 4, 3. You should feel it on the back seam of your pants, not on the front. If you're feeling it on the front, try to push a little further out with that hip and roll this top hip forward. Good. Then relax. Bring the knees forward. From here, you're lifting the knee and the ankle like the fire hydrant. Keep that scoop here. And then lift that ankle up so you're rotating internally through the thigh. 5-second hold. Return back home and rest. And again, lift, rotate, and hold. You should feel that deep within the hip bone. So the internal rotators of your hip getting a little bit of activation. And again, lift, rotate, hold. 2, 3, 4, and 5. 2 more, lift and hold. 2, 3. This should be a nice little burn right here by now. And 1 more. All you need is 5 to get those on if you're doing them right. All right, rest for a second. Whew. From here, you're going to reach that leg forward. Okay, everybody has a different flexibility of their hamstring. So the key is here, you want to keep the leg straight. So if you have to push your leg this way a little more to do it, that's fine with me. Now reach to the heel. Turn the toes down. So you've got internal rotation through the leg. And lift. And lower. We're just doing 5 of these. And lift. You can always add more of these if you love them, if you need a little bit more, or if you're not feeling the burn yet. And then one last one. And relax. Okay, so I'm going to flip on over. And we're going to do the other side just to make sure it was recording after all that. Okay, so here we go. Rest on the bicep, lift the lower side body. Pulling your abs nice and tight around your waistline. And then knees in front, heels behind you. Open and hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This is my side that takes a little bit of time to wake up. So I may want to hold it a little longer, give it a little tap if I don't feel it, and roll it forward a little more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Third one. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Like I said, you can do all this without the band. The bands are definitely more effective though. 3, 2, 1. And last time. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I definitely felt that. Now bring the knees forward so they're in a 90-degree position or tabletop. Lift the knee, rotate, and lift that ankle and hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. If you're not feeling it, push that knee a little higher and then keep it high as you rotate. 4, 3, 2, 1. Again, it's really important to know where you're supposed to feel these things so that you're in the right muscles and you're not compensating. So you should feel it back there in the back of your hip, not in the front of your hip. You need to make adjustments if you feel it in the front. Okay, and last one. And rest. That was a burn. Now you're going to reach that heel out like we talked about. Get a nice straight hamstring, lock the knee. Lift the leg, turn the toes down, and go up higher. Good. And again, you can do pulses here. You can lift and hold it. You can add repetitions. But I think we're almost at overkill if we do too many reps here. All right, I think I did 5. Now, from here, we're going to switch gears and go from the hips into the abs. Okay, so taking this off, we're grabbing the TheraBand. Okay, so this one is a real slow beginning, but we will add a little bit of intensity as we go. Again, we're focusing on the front of the body, the abs, and we want to make sure we feel the deep core stabilizers. These are the ones that make you vibrate and shake. They crisscross all the way up the spine through the neck, so you actually want to engage all the way through the neck. So how to do this is to imagine as you're lifting your head and shoulders that you're getting length through the back of your neck. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take my band, I'm going to give it a little wrap so that I don't have to grip it. I can just push with my arms and I'm going to lift up. If I look up, my hands are a little bit wider than my shoulders. My arms are locked so I'm not soft in the elbow. And then my shoulders are down away from my ears. Okay? I'm going to take a big breath in. As I exhale, you see my abs kind of sink down and scoop out. Then I'm going to lift straight up to the ceiling like someone's pulling my fingertips up. I'm going to hold it, and I'm not going to lengthen in the front of my neck. I'm going to lengthen in the back of my neck. So that should pull all the stabilizers along your spine into action. And then you're going to rest back down for that straight up. We're going to do 5 of these. You're going to inhale. You're going to reach those fingertips straight up. Again, you can do this without the band, but the band is nice because it tones your arms and it helps to bring everything back in to the torso and abdominals. And again, inhale, scoop the abs, sink the sternum down, and then lift. So you're lifting with your abs, not your neck. Keep a nice long neck, see me shaking all the way through my voice box if you can hear that. That is not a sign of weakness, that is a sign of deep core stabilizers flipping on. Switches on, 2 more. Sink the abs down, see if you can pull them even deeper. Hold it there, and then last one. Lift it up. Good. Take a little rest, bring your knees to a tabletop position. When I bring my knees in, it's going to want to arch my lower back. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to scoop even deeper, and I call this putting on your seatbelt, okay? So you have those high waistband yoga pants. Make them work for you. Pull that in really tight. Take a breath. Exhale. Curl up and hold it. Stay that lifted. Extend your legs. Pull your abs a little deeper. Reach your arms back a little bit. Bring it back in and rest. These are called hollow body holds. We're going to add a little bit more intensity with each one. We breathe in. We exhale. Scoop to lift. Reach the legs out. Set the abdominals. Tuck the tail and start to reach it down. If you lose your back, you've gone too far, bring it back in and rest. Go with what you can do today. Don't try to push it. Take another breath. Always moving slow when you're working slow twitch muscles. Want them to fire up, work stabilization. We're not building muscle necessarily in this exercise. We're building strength. And again, what I mean by building muscle is growing bigger. We're just building strength. And then last one. And again, with all of these, only hold as long as you can. Keep it in your abs and not your lower back. It's all about where you're feeling it again. So the next one we're going to do, we'll put the band down, we'll put the arms down. You can bring your arms out a little wider if that helps keep you stable in your upper body. You're going to place your feet flat, and I know you can't see my feet, but flat to the ceiling like this. Okay, and you can keep soft knees. We're going to do a reverse curl for the lower abdominals. We're going to press down with those arms, take a breath. And then we're trying to literally push the heels straight up to the ceiling by tucking the tail and scooping the abs. We're going to do 8. And come down nice and slow. Try not to flop back down like that, okay? Work the control of the abs. And that's 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 8. Okay, good. From here, you're going to roll up to seated. And then we're going to go into some quadruped, okay? So now we're on our hands and knees. Let's talk about this position. We want to be in a tabletop position. What does that mean? We have the valley. We have a little peak here, or a mountain, and then we have a valley here. Those 3 curves. Honor those natural curves of your spine, okay? Take a breath. Watch my belly. I'm going to let it hang out. Take a breath. And as you exhale, pull it up without changing your spine, right? So it's not a cat-cow. It's just a drawing in of the navel. Hold that there. Lock your elbows. And then all we're doing is moving the shoulder blades on and off the rib cage. So I'm going to soften my chest down. Notice my elbows stay straight. And then I'm going to press and dome my upper back a little bit, okay? So I'm going to inhale down. I'm going to exhale to push. I'm pushing the floor with my palms, and I'm pushing my shoulder blades out away from one another. Now they're going to come together on my back. I'm going to keep my abs tight, and I'm going to go again. I'm going to do 2 more, and this is just to wake up the serratus and see if you can keep your abs in while you're moving your upper body. Now from here, I'm going to keep my serratus on. So this is not serratus on, this is serratus on. I'm going to tuck my toes under, pull my abs in, and lift my knees. This is called knees off. I'm going to hold it for 5 seconds. Really scooping the abs, really pushing through the serratus, and then rest. And again, knees off. and rest. Let's do one more. Knees off. Good. Now that the abs are on and the shoulder blades are working, we've got a nice neutral spine. We're going to keep a tabletop. Imagine we have a glass of water, champagne, margarita, whatever there. And we're going to slowly keep those abs in as we slowly reach the left leg and right arm out and up. I'm going to come back in without disturbing that water. And I'm going to reach the other side for bird dog. Okay, and as you go, I want you to really focus on not moving through the spine and the abs as the arm and leg move out. Try to keep this standing arm, which would be my right on this one, really strong. So don't collapse in the arm. Try to stay really strong through that arm. Make sure you're giving that straight leg squeeze of the glute as you reach out to give your pelvis nice long stability and your abs engaged as well. Okay, we'll do one more here. Good. And now we're going to add a variation to get a little bit back, a little bit more shoulder blade and back. So I'm going to bring the TheraBand down onto the mat, and I'm just going to put one hand on top of it. From here, I'm going to extend that same leg of the hand that's pushing down. I'm going to squeeze that glute. I'm going to grab the other side of my TheraBand with my right arm. Okay, and I'm going to do it with my thumb up, palm facing up. From here, I'm going to lift that leg, pull my abs in tight, and then reach out towards Oliver, towards the side of the room until I feel my right shoulder blade engage. This is called a posterior deltoid fly. We're going to do 5 of those. Keep your left arm nice and locked as well so that you actually feel the left serratus still working on this exercise. You can lower and lift the leg like I'm doing, or you can keep the leg up the whole time. Okay, after your 5th one, you're going to switch. Right hand goes down on the TheraBand. You can always adjust this to give yourself more or less slack depending on the resistance that you want. Reach your right leg back, pull your shoulders down, push down with that right arm, lift the leg, and then pull to the side of the room. Think about pulling with your shoulder blade, okay? Think about your shoulder blade pulling down your back before you lift. Good. You got to get those arm muscles fired up, the back fired up. And your abs are going to continue to stabilize your core. 2 more. And last one. Whew. And that is a workout, so you have earned a child's pose. So sit back just to stretch out. If you have any issues in your knees, you can just do cat-cow here instead of flexing at the knees like this. But just stretch and take a few deep breaths here because you earned it. So robocaller called, I guess it just kicked the whole video off, so I'm going to start over from side planks. So the side planks, we just finished doing a little bit of serratus and got everything feeling good in our shoulders, so now we can do some side work. So we're going to do side planks. These are some of the messiest gym exercises I've ever seen. I've seen a lot of people doing them with terrible alignment, which just hurts me to look at their shoulders. So be careful that you're not way out here when you lift. That's a really bad angle for your shoulder. Try to tuck that elbow under you. Keep your chest nice and proud and open, okay? And then keep hugging actively under this way to keep your shoulder down your back. From here, align everything in line with that elbow, the spine, the hips, the feet, okay? If you are still working on this, you're a little weaker in your upper body and your abs, try to keep your knee down until you get stronger, okay? Otherwise, stack those hips. You're gonna lift into your side plank. Keep your chin tucked and your neck in line with your spine. Lower your hips, lift them. Inhale down, exhale up. As you work these, try to cinch your waist like you're getting a nice tight belt on through the midline. You can reach your arm up if that helps you feel lifted. And then keep pushing down through that elbow so that your shoulder doesn't collapse, okay? I think that's 8, and then I'm going to switch it around. Do the other side. This side I'm going to show the regressed version with the knee down, hand on the hip. And you're lifting up, and 2. I'm going to keep pushing down with that elbow. 4 and 5. Cinch that waist, pull the belly button in each time, and last one. Okay, good. From here I'm going right into crisscross to add a little bit more work for my abs and my obliques and to get my heart right up. Hands up behind your head. Lift up. Twist towards the opposite knee side with the armpit. Lift as high as you can. Bring it back to tabletop. Cinch that lower waist, and you'll do 5 sets. 2, 2, 3. Keep hugging those knees together. Don't let your legs go crazy. And one more. Good. For our final exercise, which is kind of a full body, we're going to do serratus push-ups in the perfect plank. So the perfect plank means full engagement, thoughtfulness, mindfulness. You're going to bring your elbows square to one another, okay? Try to pull the elbows back towards your hips. Scoop out your abs, reach your legs back, tuck your tail, and drive your hips down. From here, lengthen forward and pull your abs in tight. You're going to soften down and push through those serratus. 1, scoop your abs and hold for 3 seconds. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then take a child's pose, rest. All right, so I'll add a part 2 for stretches you can do after this to kind of cap off the workout and make your whole body feel good. I'll also add a more advanced version of this Pilates mat work next. Hope you have a good day. Bye.